And I said, what about breakfast at Fish and Ease? She said, I think I remember that film. And as I recall, I said, we both kind of liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing we got. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey! Oh, Fisher. Oh, Fish. I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trusted reporter. This is the Fishbowl. That is the Star. And here's your scoop. Exclusive. This is a first. You'll only hear it here first. Well, now you're going to hear it everywhere. But straight dope, no bullshit, 73,000 fish heads, almost 74,000. What? Get in on the news first. Not long ago, rumors that Quinn Ewers was considering going back to college, to lead his Texas Longhorns and rake in a little more of that NIL money in 2025. Of course, Arch Manning is involved at UT. So Quinn Ewers goes the other way. He declares for the NFL draft. He competes at the scouting combine. I don't know if teams caught up on him or if just the media did, but now you're starting to hear a little momentum buzz that he's a guy. He's betting on himself. And here's your scoop from the Star. A Dallas Cowboys source tells me that America's team just might want to bet on Quinn Ewers. What does he think of himself? He did the interview the other day. He said, I think I'm the best quarterback in the class because I'm the most ready for the NFL because of what I've been through. And he has been through some stuff. What does the Cowboys scouting department think of Quinn Ewers? Intrigued is one word, and target is another word. Now, we could do intrigued all day long, but I wouldn't be reporting it. I mean, they could be intrigued by 100 guys. I'm not going to do 100 reports on intrigue, but targeting, I don't know where, and I don't think they do yet either. I'm not going to do it at pick number 12. Pick number 44? Is that too high? Or if you want a quarterback, is that the way it's got to go? This is not, of course, an immediate replacement for Dak Prescott. Might not even be an eventual replacement for Dak Prescott. Although, if you use a second-round pick on him, you'd like him to be that good. Third round, I don't know, and I don't think they do yet either. But targeting and intrigued, let's go with that. Is he really better than Cam Ward? That's hard to fathom. Is he really better than Shedeur Sanders? That's hard to fathom. They're both projected as top 10 guys. Cam Ward probably going to go number 1. But Ewers himself thinks so. He says, I'm the most ready for the situations that happen in the NFL. Injuries, playing through injuries, having a big name behind you, Arch, continuing to play through the pressure, continuing to be confident after being benched. It's hard to do, and he's done it all. And he has a point. Aside from the on-field ability, there is a roller coaster of a college career that is part of his deal. It is the view of some that once he sits down and has more meetings, has dinner with the Cowboys, April 2nd, dinner with the Cowboys, dinner with Jerry Jones, all that stuff that he's been through is going to impress Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, and by the way, other teams too. Once upon a time, he was a very best in the country high school recruit. DFW area course, South Lake High School. 6'2", 215. Began his college career at Ohio State. And by the way, that tells you something. Freshman year, got 2 snaps. He transfers back to the school he was originally committed to, goes to the Texas Longhorns here in Austin, goes to 2 college football playoff semifinal appearances in 3 years as a starter, a pivotal guy to get them there, and dealing with the haters. He rises up in the Texas record books, brings the Longhorns back to national supremacy, national prominence. Anyway, the critics still linger, and he knows that. He's dealt with the labels. Injury prone, immobile, decision-making, but he keeps pushing, and he kept winning. Now he's about to hear his name called somewhere, and he's pitching his confidence to anybody who will listen. He said at the Combine, I just wanted to give people an idea of who I am. I'm sure they've heard a lot of different things about me. And a lot of it is hearsay, he says, and a lot of it's not true. The opinions thrown around, notwithstanding, I think he is as intriguing, there's that word again, as about anybody, if you could hit on this. Even if he's a long-term backup quarterback, that would count as a hit. But if you could hit on a guy that would someday be an NFL starter, and you got him, I don't know. By the time this quarterback thing gets done, we've talked about this a few times. Stephen Jones has said a couple times recently, we try to pick a quarterback every year, and they are looking to do that, a developmental quarterback again this year. We think we're going to give him in the 4th round, then he goes in the 2nd, and I'm like, then you better draft him in the 2nd. NFL-ready arm talent? I think so. Solid resume of high-level experience? No doubt. Plays through injuries? Yes, that's part of this. 2024 numbers, 3,400 passing yards, 31 touchdowns. 3rd in career passing yards in Longhorns history. That's a pretty good group. Another Frisco connection, he is getting coached, personal coaching from Big Mike. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys former head coach Mike McCarthy is mentoring him through this process. Born in San Antonio. And here's another thing. Somebody else tells me his relationship with Paxton Anderson is, quote, tight. Now, that doesn't mean that Jerry's grandsons are in charge of the draft and that they're going to pick their buddies. What it means, I think, is that Paxton Anderson, who's going to someday help run this team, that the Cowboys respect his insight. They respect his eye. He's the guy, remember, that told Jerry and Stephen, Uncle Stephen, he's Charlotte's son, Uncle Stephen, Granddad Jerry, can I tell you something about DeMarvion Overshown? He flies around the practice field 1,000,000 miles an hour all the time. He didn't just say, he's good on the field, he's good in the games. The scouting department could see that, but they can't see what Paxton Anderson saw every day at practice for 4 years. And Overshown, he was right. He flies around. Now I bet you Paxton Anderson is prepared to say all the good things that Quinn Ewers brings to the table. They are friends. Cowboys, again, on record, wishing to select a, quote, developmental quarterback. Not 12. You have to use 44. What about round 3? I think that the more teams catch on to what Ewers is, the less likely it is that he's going to go that deep down. He did meet with multiple teams at the Combine. He did give his pitch then. He's going to do it again. 30 visits, probably Dallas Day. It's time to see which NFL franchises believe in him as much as he believes in himself. And I am here to tell you that one of the teams that is intrigued / targeting Quinn Ewers is your Dallas Cowboys. There's your exclusive scoop from Inside the Star. Want more of the same? With all due respect to the things that go on YouTube, if you want kittens playing the piano while they're talking about Cowboys, I'm not your guy. You want facts and fact-based opinions from inside this building right there? You've come to the right place. I'm Mike Fisher. CowboysCountry.com is where you can find us. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Fish me. I'm Irish.